This is our little video of Mark's birthday weekend. We just left Abingdon and we're on our way to Wallingford.
Yeah, and we'll tell you why we've decided on Wallingford for my birthday weekend.
Yeah. Right, so the good thing is the locks on this part of the Thames are electric.
Yeah, and sometimes they're manned and sometimes they're not. And sometimes the electric gearing doesn't work. No. So sometimes the electric ones are actually manual.
Yeah, but they're not too bad.
No,
they're
no.
not too
And
bad.
Considering the size of the lock gates compared to the lock gates on the canals, they're just so even if you have to manually push them open. You not manually push them open. You're winding them open. But yeah, no, enjoying them, getting very used to them. Right, no lock keeper on this lock. It's self-service today, and these are electric locks, which makes life a lot easier. But we have had a couple of them that haven't worked, so we've still had to do them manually. Yeah, absolutely beautiful little lock landing. And right at the far end there, you do have 24-hour moorings. Yeah, so that's just done Clifton Lock. So we're now going to go to, let me check my guidebook, Clifton Hampton, and just before the bridge up here there are supposedly moorings. Watch this space.
Yeah, and we found some eventually found some wild mooring actually, weren't it?
Yeah, still struggling with the moorings when you think of the length of the Thames and the width of it. With a narrowboat, we've found the moorings, if the bank is nice and low, it's normally a bit too shallow and we can't get near. Or if we've got the depth, then the bank is too high, so
I can't get out.
So little people with little legs struggle to get out. But we do find moorings in the end. Well, I can see the bridge in the foggy distance, so hopefully there should be moorings either side just before you get to the bridge. Well, we've just gone through the bridge, Clifton Hampton. There were the moorings on that side was high banks, which is okay if you was in a cruiser, and the moorings that side was £10 a night. Well, we're not doing this to spend money on moorings. We've already paid our licence fee for all that sort of stuff, so we're going to carry on and see where we can wild moor. Well, we eventually got moored, just headed upstream again, so mooring into the current just makes it a little bit easier. And Deb was right, the bank was the right height for us to have breath, because I've been jumping backwards and forwards, and I've got a pair of hedge trimmers, and what I do at the that end there where we get in and out of mostly, I've just trimmed the bank so we can see where to put our feet and not fall in. Yeah, so there's Deb walking the dogs in today's garden, and there's where we're moored. Did you enjoy today's cruise?
Yes, I did, sort of. Yeah, it's just that stressful finding a mooring. That's the only thing I don't like about the Thames is that the mooring is just so sparse. You just have to grab a spot and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've got a nice little bit here.
Yeah, our little spot there behind us. Yeah, so not the best of views out the windows, but we look out the other side and we're looking out onto the Thames.
Yeah.
So someone has a little bit more money in their bank account than I do.
left there and headed to Shillingford Bridge, which is sort of like, it is just a tiny little village, but the moorings were just before the bridge.
Yeah, we actually had to do a U-turn and come back to them, and they were for wild moorings. They were,
and for overnight
nice.
as well. Like I say, I wouldn't have wanted to.
night.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to stay there forever. But yeah.
Yeah, so we've just come under this bridge and turned round, and we're now going to just head back just to see if we can find some moorings up on the left-hand side. Yeah, so these are our moorings. Let's see if I can give you a little 360-degree twirl, so you get a general feel of the place. See if I can do this without actually falling off the gunnels of my boat. And there you've got the bridge in the background. Very nice.
Yeah, so while we was at Shillingford Bridge, I cooked us a curry and didn't have any spinach. So Mark decided to go foraging.
For an alternative. Right, Deb's now going to cook one of our regular dishes that we have. It's a chicken, spinach and tomato curry. Now we've got tomatoes, we've got curry and we've got chicken, but we've got no spinach. Deb's out of shot because she's just got out of the shower and her hair's not looking its best. But where am I now going, Debbie?
You're going out to pick nettles.
Yeah. She's not very keen on it. Yeah, so I don't know whether you can see behind me, but everything green you can see there, that's all fresh stinging nettles. So, got me rubber gloves and a bag, so hopefully I won't get too stung. Right, here's my recently foraged nettles, and all I've done, I've like nipped off the top 2 or 3 leaves, so I'm just going to give these a rinse and get any little critters off, and see how we go from there. So there we go, stalks removed, and just give them a quick wash. So I shall leave them now until the curry's done, and then bung them in for the last 5 minutes just to wilt down as we would have done the spinach. Right, so I've got my nettles all washed, ready to go in. So here's the curry that Deb prepared earlier. Looking nice. And we're just going to bung the nettles in and let them wilt down as we would have done with the spinach. Now, all I'm hoping is that this doesn't have a laxative effect. That's my only concern. Right, and there we've got the finished product. I'll tell you how we get on. And the good news was on the spinach curry, it doesn't have a laxative effect. Like I said, that was one of my main worries.
To be fair, it weren't that bad.
No, just tasted of a chicken and spinach curry, but with nettles.
Without the spinach. Yeah. The water points are few and far between on the Thames. The water points are normally at the locks, but most of the locks only do water containers rather than bulk water.
Yeah, so I think you can go on the EA website and you can look what facilities are each lock, and it will tell you whether there's bulk water. If they've got the bulk water, there's like a giant fire hose reel that you pull out and fill your tanks up. But majority of them are there's just a tap which you're not allowed to connect your normal hose on, and you're only allowed to fill containers up. So
which can be a bit of
yeah,
a pain.
that can be a little bit of a negative, but we've managed.
Yeah, we did manage, because Mark is the perfect water stealer.
Well, it was unintentional.
It was unintentional, actually.
Well, so far so good. Just pulled in at Le Boat near Benson Locks to fill up with water, and done a naughty, weren't aware, but pulled in on some pontoons because that looked nice and easy to get in, and they were private pontoons with metered water. So sorry guys, I owe you 100 gallons of fresh water, but thanks.
Yes, so we finally get to Wallingford. Beautiful place, really, really nice. There was a pub across the way which we were right excited about,
which didn't live up to our expectations.
No.
But never mind. And I'm not dissing the pub, not in any way. I think
Just
on
not our cup of
a
tea.
beautiful hot balmy evening when the steps down to the water would be full of people, and that's when a pub like that would come into its own. But just on a non-busy day, well, you'll see.
Yeah.
Well, moored up at Wallingford on the visitor moorings, and what do we have behind us? The boathouse. So I think I'll be having a right nice pint in there. Where am I?
Boathouse.
Right, at the boathouse in Wallingford. I've got myself a pint of Green King IPA. Normally a nice pint. That's all they had. It was that warm. I've actually got the ice from Deb's Gin and Tonic in here. So yeah, it's not what I was looking for, and what I was looking for was a right nice pint.
And the moorings were
quite
quite
very nice moorings.
They were quite good.
Yeah,
You felt sort of safe leaving your boat and all that sort of thing, even though you was right in the centre, if you can call it that. The only thing was you did have to pay, which is it goes against everything that we.
But because we had friends coming and we
must.
were right near a campsite, and they were bringing their motorhome down. It was my birthday weekend, so
we
didn't
splashed
mind
out.
making an exception and paying for a few nights.
Yeah, so that weren't too bad.
So there's all the information you need for the Wallingford moorings. April to September, £10 a night. Yeah, and as you can see, you've got moorings all along from that point all the way to there. Now those moorings that side, they are a little bit higher, so if you've got a narrowboat, you've got a little bit of a step to get up. To try and give you an idea, our gunnels at the well deck are probably about 8 inches below the landing. We've got about a 16-inch drop at the stern. As you can see, even on this side, we've got plenty of room for probably about 5 or 6 55 to 60 foot narrowboats. Waiting for Deb?
Waiting for Mandy and Nick. She'll be coming across that bridge any time now, unless I read it wrong.
Yeah, we're using the Find My Friends app.
Yeah.
I can see a big motorhome coming over the bridge. Just got a toot. What are we doing now, Nick?
We're going up to the campsite, which is only maybe 200-300 yards up the road. We're not going to the pub where they sell John Smith's. No, thank you very much. We're going to have some barbecue and then maybe a couple of more alcoholic beverages.
Sounds good to me.
Proper job.
To top it all, and a big surprise was Katie and Steve.
Yeah, just stood there outside the boat, and I heard Deb scream and point over towards a tree. Now I saw movement behind this tree, and I thought somebody had fell out of the tree.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. It was my daughter Katie and her boyfriend Stephen. they decided to surprise me on my birthday.
Yeah.
And it was a surprise to both of us, even you didn't know.
No, not
Yeah,
at all.
they'd had a trip down to London and they thought, well, they'd do a detour, come and see me for my birthday. So that was really nice.
That was lovely.
Yeah,
That
but
was
they
really
only
lovely.
stayed a few hours because they wanted to get back on the road and get home before it was dark. But that was nice to see them. Yeah.
When you hopped off.
We're now off. We've come to see Dad for his birthday.
Yeah, so we had a very nice weekend with our friends Nick and Mandy, who came up for my birthday celebrations.
We keep calling them friends, but they are actually family. They are.
Yeah.
They're my cousins. So, yeah, but they are two of our bestest friends as well. But yeah, they are family.
Cousin Nick and cousin Mandy.
Yeah, so we had a lovely evening with them. That was wonderful, celebrating Mark's birthday.
We were off to Deb.
We're off to see Mandy and Nick.
Yeah, so we're gonna be
Have a barbecue.
leaving the boat there, and we're just going. No, not off in that direction. If you look behind me, we're going off in that direction to the campsite where Nick and Mandy are waiting for us with the barbecue already lit. We've got Nick and Mandy, our hosts for this evening, who've brought their motorhome down
From King's Lynn.
all the way from King's Lynn. And I've found them.
What's that?
Hello, mate.
You got there, Mark?
I've got my dead cat.
His dead cat. His dead cat cam.
Well, Bonnie's enjoying my birthday barbecue, looking as miserable as ever. So it's somebody daft enough to play with her.
Wednesday, Tuesday last week, no. Will get fucking barbecue.
So that really covers it. And just one more thing we want to say. This week we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
And so really humbling.
Yeah.
When we started this channel a few months back, and we follow most of the other boat tubers and really admire the work they do. And we was like aiming to get 200, 250 subscribers.
Yeah.
We only got a small family. We was mainly doing this for
Just
our
to
small circle of friends.
keep them in the loop of what we're doing and how we're doing
to
it.
think that you guys are taking the time out
Yeah.
of your busy lives to
It's
actually
wonderful.
watch our little journey. Yeah, very, very humbling. Thank you. But again, on the flip side of this, if you do watch and you haven't subscribed,
Please subscribe.
yeah, if you can hit the, I can't remember which side it is. Yeah, if you can hit the subscribe button.
And if you press the bell
Yeah,
as well.
enjoyed the video, hit the like and leave any comments. We always
love
reply
your
to
comments.
the comments.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
your comments.
Yeah, so until next time.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.